What's going on? It's Guns Gear and Guido, and you guessed it, today we are going to be talking about Glocks. Now, let me take these ears off. We're going to be talking about three things concerning Glocks. And before we get into that, I'm just going to show you that all of these guns are now on the table, open and clear and safe. No magazines, no ammo present. Alright, so we're going to talk about three things. The Glock 47 is what basically this video is mostly about. How much I'm very impressed with it, how much I like it. The different sizes offered of 9mm style Glocks. And then also the COA, which is the collaboration between Glock and Aimpoint, and how good it is and how much it's driven up the prices because they're not as available as they should be right now. But before we get into that, let's talk sizes. Now, one of these guns here is not a 9mm, and I know this, it's a 10mm, but I don't own the size 9mm that I want to talk about when I get to it. So we're going to start off with this one. This is a Glock 43X MOS. MOS just means modular optic system, meaning you can put a red dot on it. The 43X is a little larger than the 43 in the grip, meaning you get a 10-round magazine factory. So that's why I chose this one over the regular 43. Also because you have that Picatinny rail and light capability and also red dot capability. So this is my basically everyday carry. This is the gun I carry the most. It's great for me because I can conceal it well under a t-shirt. It's a slimline Glock. It's very small. It's very flat, but big enough where I'm comfortable making hits out to 15, 25 yards. No problems. Obviously, you can shoot further than that. I'm just saying, with this size gun, it's great at that distance. What I've done to this gun is it's got a hollow sun EPS carry, which is a sealed red dot, meaning 2 pieces of glass. The emitter is sealed. No dirt, dust, lint, or rain can get in there and mess up your vision. Night sights are on it, just as a backup. Streamlight TLR7 sub GL for Glock. And an Antimatter Industries wing, which is, as you know, you've seen in previous videos, one of my favorite products. It doesn't impede your holster fitment. It's a great little thumb rest. And man, does that just complete the draw for me. You don't have to think about where your support thumb is going. It's always right on that shelf, right on that gas pedal. No, there's no one behind my camera. Before I get all that in the comment section, it's solo operation today, just me and the DJI. Now, when we get into double stack 9mm, the smallest was the Glock 26. 26 is a 10-round subcompact model of double stack 9mm. This one is a Glock 29 because I don't own a 26, so this is 10mm. A little beefier, awesome little round to carry in the woods. But you can see that you only get 2 fingers on that grip. It's very short, not as comfortable or fun to shoot as a range toy. Good for concealment though. Next up, 19. 19 is kind of the, shoe that fits everyone's foot. The 19 is small enough to conceal, but large enough to be a defensive gun. Great gun for, law enforcement agencies or home protection. This one's not an MOS variant. It's an older one. It's not cut for a red dot, so I keep it just iron sights, because sometimes I like training with just iron sights. I have a TLR7 HLX on the front here, which is I want to say it's double the lumens of the regular TLR7 sub. Small enough to conceal, but still powerful enough for home defense if you need to illuminate a situation. Now, next in the line, I also should have mentioned that this would either come with a 15 or a 10-round magazine capacity. Next on the list would be a 17. 17 is the full size or duty size gun. Now this is a 47 because I don't own a 17, and the 47 is basically the 17 length slide, 17 length grip, meaning it will be 17 or 10 round capacity. The only difference between the 47 and the 17 is that the 47 has, take this off, a shorter dust cover here, allowing it to house the 19 size recoil spring and guide rod. And that will come into play later when I explain why I love the 47 so much. So the 47 is the duty size 17 round or 17 sized gun. When we go larger than that into the competition realm, this is the 34. The 34 is their long slide. I have this one with its Surefire X300 Ultra on there, some higher co-witnessing iron sights, and a Holosun 507 comp red dot. So this is a competition style gun, longer slide, heavier, very accurate, longer barrel. Still takes the 17 or the 10 round magazines from the Glock 17, same length frame. They also make one even longer than this, which would be the 17L. The 17L is massive in my opinion. It's like pulling out a rifle. So I don't have the 17L, I stick with the 34. The 34 is nice because it fits my holster, as does the 47 and the 19 if it has the X300 to index off of. So I have holster compatibility there. That's why I love it. So there's my sizes, the little rundown here of the Glock sizes with the single stack and double stack 9mm. Now let's get into the 47. The 47, like I said before, is basically a Glock 17, but with a Glock 19 recoil spring and guide rod assembly. Perfect in the hand, nice full-size grip. And what makes the 47 amazing is if you have a 47 and a 19, you can swap the frames and the slides, and you basically have 4 different combinations of slide and frame lengths. So this one being a COA, which is the red dot we'll get to talk about in a minute. This one being a COA, I love the COA, but I don't want to have a full-size 17 round grip frame in my appendix and sticking way out when I sit down and being too obvious. So I can take this slide right off the 47, put it on the 19 size frame, and now I have a compact frame with a full-length slide, giving me a better sight picture, giving me more accuracy. And obviously this one is the only one with the COA, so I can use the COA as a carry because I can put it on that shorter frame. If you had a 17, you couldn't do that because of the guide rod length. So that's really interesting and innovative to me. I like how they've done that. Some people might have different opinions, but to me it makes sense because now I can carry the full-length slide on the compact frame without changing any parts. It's beautiful. So that to me is worth having these two guns, a 19 and a 47. You've got 4 different capabilities there. Now, as we move into the 47 itself, this one is the COA, and the COA is just the red dot from Aimpoint that they had come out with last year, and they're very smart in their marketing because they only let Glock have the exclusive rights to use the cut in the slide to mount the Aimpoint COA. So maybe after next year that will change and we'll see it on other guns. I'm sure people with 2011s would love to see the COA on their 2011 because the other Aimpoint red dot closed emitter is pretty thick. So this one is really nice because it thins out the metal border so you have more vision when you're looking through your red dot. You don't see as much metal around you, which is really nice and thin. It's almost exact same width as the slide of the Glock. That's really nice. And you'll see right here, the red dot is held in by this pinch mount, which is the rear sight itself. So that red dot slides into the slide, boom, right in there, and then the rear sight is what's holding it down and torquing it in there. And it's got a groove under there which keeps it from having any side-to-side motion. So it's a really robust, really smooth way to mount that red dot, integrated rear sight. Just phenomenal, in my opinion, from Aimpoint. It's a sealed emitter. It's Aimpoint quality. It's Aimpoint, all the way. So I have no doubt that this would be a great duty gun or carry gun or home defense gun. But that being said, they also wanted to fulfill so many contracts because so many people loved the idea of getting a red dot right from Glock factory mounted, that they don't have to worry about buying red dots or servicing red dots that are not factory mounted. Obviously, police departments, military, law enforcement, anything, they want this gun. So production goes to those bigger contracts, just like any other any other company. So they basically said, they released something that says, hey, we're not going to be able to make the COAs for a little while for the civilian market. Boom, that was like gas on the fire. All the pricing went up on all those popular websites. You see them skyrocket. For a regular Glock COA, which was supposed to be around $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, and they're trying to sell it with, you know, extra mags like it's some big deal. All these secondhand places are skyrocketing prices. So my advice to anyone who wants a COA and you're not law enforcement, you can't get that blue label right now, just wait a few months. I'm sure they're going to come out with more COAs at the civilian price without paying double or more for a gun that's, you know, it's going to come available. Now, that being said, coincidentally this week, Glock puts out a bulletin that says we're going to stop production of all models except for the slim line, the 43, the 43X, and the 48, which is crazy. But they're also revamping and going to release the V models, which to me, I believe, if I understood the email correctly, it's going to be an action that is not allowable to be tampered with. So that could be good as well. So we are going to have options. I'm sure Glock's not going to, you know, sit down and take a backseat to the market. They are the most popular handgun brand worldwide for a reason. They do things right. They'll sort it out. And like I said, if you can't get a COA or a 47 with a COA or any other COA model right now, just wait a few months. Wait till tax time and then reward yourself. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on YouTube. Guns, Gear, and Guido, all one word. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to make another video for you soon.